I did really well this weekend. It was up to this week, it was just 18-5.
Pretty good.
You're live.
All right, good morning, everyone. Let's call the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting to order. It's Monday, September 22nd. And we are live on camera. First item of business is old business, approved the minutes from the meeting on September 8th.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any other old business to come before the board? Hearing none, we'll move on to new business. First is the Indiana State University Homecoming Parade, October 11th. Is there anyone here to speak on that? All right, we do have a favorable recommendation from the street department and from the engineering department and from traffic.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have a Veterans Day Parade, November 11th. Is there anyone here to speak on that? Hi, good morning. Morning.
Sorry, Randy's supposed to be here. It's just the same route we've done in the past years, not much change. We'll have to watch how the Jeep junkies block the roads for us again. Basically the same we've done in the past years.
We do have a favorable recommendation from engineering, from street department, and from traffic. Any questions for the representative of the Veterans Day Parade?
So moved.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Motion carries. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You're welcome. Next, we have a request from Vigo County CASA to close First Street from Oak to Crawford on October 20th during the annual trunk or treat. Is there anyone here to speak on that? Hi, good morning.
I'm Glenna, the Vigo County CASA Director. It is growing every year. As we do, we had over 3,000 last year that attended. So we are excited and have many new trunks signing up this year. Our theme is spooky sports teams and your crazy pagans. So that's what we got going on this year.
We do have a favorable recommendation from engineering and from the street department. Any questions for Glenna? I'll entertain a motion.
Move to approve.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a great day. Stay dry, everyone.
Thank you. Next, we have a request, permission to get quotes for Ohio Street concrete work. Hey,
That'd be me, Phil Williams, Engineering Department. I'm sure everyone will be happy to know we're planning on repaving Ohio Street from 13th to 19th. Every time we repave a road, we try to look at the current lanes. I'm sure as many of us know, heading towards 19th. It's 3 lanes with parking on both sides, but really with parking, the way people stick out, it's just the road width is a little awkward there. You end up kind of swerving in and out, so we're planning on restriping that, and as a part of that, we'd like to put in a 2-way bike lane. If you're familiar with the Bloomington area, they did this on their 7th Street. So a very similar setup. I've got a little profile over there for the board to share that around.
so Ohio would go to 2-lane.
Just for the bike lane portion, it would stay a 1 lane for cars. So right now on the Boulevard part, we've got bike lanes on the north and the south side. This would allow 2 bike lanes just on the north end. And it would go down, instead of 3 driving lanes, to 2. With parking on both sides, so we're not taking parking away, and we allow bikes to kind of use that additional space, because you really can't get 3 cars driving through there with parking. It just, even though, I've seen so many years taken off, so this allows everyone to know where they should be.
So when you get to 19, it turns into 2 lanes and a bike lane. So this would be an extension of that basically, right?
And everything would be on the north side, just trying to have two, a bike lane on the north side and the south side, with having the other bike lane go the opposite direction, work with street department for additional signage, but, it can be done, that's kind of the standard now.
So you said the bike lane's gonna be on the south side of the street?
On the north side.
On the north side of the street?
It's a two-way bike lane
On
on
the
the north side of Ohio.
I see.
So there's parking and then a bike lane?
Yeah, so it'll be parking, and then the concrete work itself is gonna be an 18-inch concrete median, about 6 inches. So we're having some physical separation there. There'll be a parking lane, your concrete median, and then the bike lane. So cyclists will be
For the full,
separated from the driving lanes.
for the full section of 13th to 19th. All the way to 19th. 19th is gonna be 2 lane. That traffic gets stacked up there. Am I wrong? I mean, at peak times it does. Has that been any kind of a study or anything? I'm not trying to be.
No, that's a good question. I don't think, you've got from 4 to 6 PM, Ohio, just in general, that's when it's gonna get the peak traffic, but, I've also witnessed plenty of people sit there and be like, oh, is it my turn? So I think having it be a little more clear, which is 2 lane versus 3, might make it easier for people to actually continue through. So I don't have any concerns from a traffic perspective on having it go down from 3 to 2 lanes.
How will you handle the turning north, that third lane, the north lane now to turn north onto 19?
So right now, if you're eastbound on Ohio, we'll come to that 19th Street intersection, you have a turn only lane that would put you on 19th Street going north, and then you have 2 lanes, one that would take you straight onto Ohio Boulevard, and then one you can go straight onto Ohio Boulevard or right onto 19th Street.
Yes, and so with this change, it would just
It'd
be
be
2 lanes where you can take
You can do
19
that.
north or south or go through. We're going to, as a part of this work as well, basically bring the sidewalk down approximately 10, 15 feet on either side to help transition that. That way you're not just having cyclists enter. It'll blend in kind of seamlessly, so you'll be able to make that.
As one that travels that road daily, I hate the 3 lanes because how many times somebody opens up their car door, and you got somebody beside you, it's just awful. So will that address, it seems like it's still gonna be a tight fit without.
These lanes will actually be a little bit wider. Again, this is just so wide with all the parking. And everything will have proper lines to it as well. If you've got somebody on the south side opening their door, that's a little bit of unavoidable. But if you're on the north side, you've got the bike lane, and they'll have to pay attention to that. But this bike lane's wide enough, we're not gonna have, 100 cyclists an hour going through there. So you just check your mirrors and open it. So I think on the north side will be a lot easier. Just everyone should know where they're at. The driving lanes do get a little bit wider.
What's your timeline on this?
Brad's coming back tomorrow. They're wanting to get that repaved as soon as possible. Get these quotes. I hope we can get this turned around in a couple of weeks. Once Ohio has been repaved, then they'll come in because they have to cut into the asphalt and pour everything. So it'd be paving and then this as soon as possible. We would get this done quickly.
My biggest concern is the cyclists and folks turning. If I'm visualizing this right, folks heading,
East, yeah.
yeah, heading east on Ohio, and someone is wanting to turn left, but the bicycle lane on that same side, making sure that the cyclists don't get hit.
No, that's a good concern. I think with the additional signage, we need to do some, we've got one way only, we'll put some except bicycles. And as with the construction, I think people get used to it and have the intersections themselves. We're gonna paint the median yellow, and there won't be any parking for 20 feet, which is standard for our city code. So that'll make the sight lines a little bit easier too. concern. So we've got those in place. We've also got the flexible bollards going in to help drivers know, because it's 8.5 feet wide, so you could fit a car through there if you're persistent, or the bollards there just to make sure people know visually that it's not what we're supposed to be driving, so.
So do you need to notify residents of this change or not?
I think this is Councilperson Dinkle's district. I've worked with the mayor on this. I think he's going to go door to door and explain the changes. We're not taking parking away. Really, it's just from the corners, and that's technically shouldn't be allowed currently, just for sidewalks.
So just curious why not start at Third Street? Or I'm sure funding is a big part of that, because now you're gonna have the 13th Street trying to funnel from 3 lanes, trying to funnel into 2. Is that going to be an issue?
Probably not. A lot of people that are taking that third lane from the railroad tracks to 13th are usually, at least I've seen, turning either north onto 13th rather than going through.
Or could you back up, like even to 9th Street or at the railroad tracks, make that north lane just a turn lane only, at least to get them used to that before they get to 13th Street?
Yes, I was gonna have the street department also go in, so that northmost lane would become a left turn, right? Because I think that's where a majority of people are turning,
Yeah.
just especially if you know you're trying to head down 19, it's like you gotta get in that middle or the southernmost lane, or people are just gonna, it's gonna be a hard time, so we transitioned that to.
So I'm fully supportive. Jesse, what about the backlash? Is there gonna be a backlash, and how do we handle that?
I mean, is this going to have, do you believe, a traffic calming effect?
Yeah, I think everybody actually being in the proper place, because right now you're just kind of swerving. I'm surprised our office doesn't get more calls about like, how come we haven't fixed this already? So the lanes are gonna get a little bit wider, and I think just having it marked will keep everyone where they should be. Because right now, the striping is, non-existent in some places, and so honestly, just having the road repaved itself will do a lot. And that's why a lot of the reason why we didn't extend it further west. The railroad also makes it very complicated trying to get flaggers for that. It becomes a bit of a logistical mess, even just our normal college, like that was a lot for us to do with. So,
And we're not losing any of the on-street parking.
we managed to keep everything in there. Bike lane got a little bit smaller, but I think it'll be perfect.
Basically, we traded 3 questionable lanes for 2 wider lanes, better defined. Yeah, I don't see any issues with it. I'm sure we'll get some questions.
I was gonna say, you're right, but that goes to you, right?
Right.
Yeah, in my opinion, I'm in favor, I use it through a lot. Of course, my only concern again is part of cyclists, is that some of the cyclists in Terre Haute are the most savvy. I almost hit somebody the other day, like,
Well, that 19th Street intersection will still act as an all-way stop for everybody, including cyclists. So yeah, I mean, I think it's something we're going to be looking for, other ways to use our roads going forward to incorporate some bicycle traffic.
that they don't.
Yeah, the way I've got the sidewalks kind of flowing now on either, and it forces the cyclist to come to the intersection and have to, especially if you're traveling eastbound, you need to stop, cross. Yes, they can't just ride immediately onto the road. Same thing for 13, we're forcing them back on the sidewalk where they've got a signal, so it should keep everybody knowing where they should be.
So right now, we are just authorizing, if it's a favorable recommendation, to get the quotes. You're just doing quotes right now, and then you'll come back to us with this. Okay.
Move to approve the vote.
All right. We have a motion to gain, or to get quotes for the Ohio Street concrete work.
Second.
A second, any further discussion, questions, comments from the public? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Motion carries. Next, we have a request, thank you, Caleb. Next, we have a request from the Vigo County YMCA to close First Street from Farrington to Eagle on February 14th. They're on it. For the annual Heartthrob 5K race. Is there anyone here? Hi.
Yes, sorry, it is early. I am a planner. So
I say overachiever, I like that.
thank you. So is my boss. So I'm Macy. I'm the director of healthy living at the YMCA, and this is our, I think, 12th or 13th year doing the Heartthrob 5K. It helps it helps fund our scholarships for actual sports care, everything we get to do. And next year we're actually getting to use the track. So I believe we don't have to go all the way to, I don't know where the track starts, what street it's on for sure. ISU is letting us use the track to go around. We'll go around the track, go up to Mulberry, cut over and go back down to First Street.
So we do have a favorable recommendation from engineering, from the street department, and from traffic. Any questions for the why?
Great idea to use your track. Move to approve.
We have a motion.
Second.
We have a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have a request from the Prince of Peace Missionary Baptist Church to close Patrick Street from North 24th to North 25th, October 11th, from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Is there anyone here to speak on?
I told her she did not have to attend since we've done this a lot.
Yeah.
She's a new person organizing, but this is close to focus.
And what's your plan?
I think it's just a church event.
It
for the
was,
neighborhood.
yeah.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
Move to approve. Street department.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye. Motion carries. Next, we have a request from the Grove to close South 8th from Homeland to Lockport on October 4th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. during the community block party. Is there anyone here to speak on that? Hi.
Hey, hi. Yes, my name is Brittany Dunmore, and this is for a new nonprofit after-school care Christian-based program. And this is a kickoff event, so we're trying to get the word out that we're going to be offering this starting next semester. And so we just wanted to have a kind of block party and let the community know that we're going to be beginning this program.
So we do have a favorable recommendation from engineering and from the street department. Will you be notifying your neighbors that will be affected by this?
Yeah, we're going to be going, our plan is, I think, in a couple of weekends, going door to door and just kind of putting out flyers so that people know that we're going to be doing this.
Any questions for Brittany? We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Next, we have grasslands.
The first set of, for September, to the ones that we had in June, so they're going to the auditor's office to review the ordinary on the property taxes.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Motion carries. Next, we have payroll.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Thank you. Next, we have claims.
Motion approved.
Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Next, we have a request to purchase a loader off of the state bid in Terre Haute Street Department. Brian, how are
Good
you?
morning, how you doing?
Good.
Yeah, the ones that we have is outdated, I mean, it's,
30 years old.
yeah, it's just like fixing Band-Aids, just, yeah, so. We're gonna trade one of them in, on the new.
You wanna get some money on
Yeah, they're getting a trade-in value.
Yeah, yeah,
It's basically, that covers most of the upgrade options, right?
definitely,
And from a budget standpoint, I assume.
yeah, well, yeah.
The mayor's being creative, with it, but yeah, the seller has agreed to hold part of the purchase price until next year. So we will gladly pay you in 2026 for this loader. Today, soon.
So when will you get it? I mean, if we approve this today,
Within 2 months.
in 2
Yeah.
months,
2 months.
and what will you use it for? I mean, it's
Just everyday use, yeah. Limbs, trees, whatever. Storms.
My biggest thing, as long as your budget can handle it, and I have no issues. Any questions?
Trying to go with Casey's better deal. They say
But,
nothing like a
truthfully,
deer.
I don't know anything about case or care. Long way to work.
I used to live in Iowa, so John Deere was the lead product. but,
Yeah. My father was a case years ago.
All right, we have a motion to approve. Do I have a second? Any further discussion? I know you're probably wondering, it looks like they're financing it through. Any other questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Any other business to come before the board? Hearing none, I accept the motion to adjourn.
So,
All those in favor? Thanks, everyone.
It's the rain. Bring that down.